What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media and welcome back for some more Pokemon Omega Ruby. This is episode number 31 and in the last episode we started our journey eastward from Fort Tree City, and before that we were in the desert for a while. We got the Claw Fossil. I haven't revived it or anything, but we did get it in the desert as well as TM37, which is Sandstorm, and a few other various items. That was a lot of fun. We're going to continue our push towards Mount Pyre / Pyre, however you want to pronounce it, and Lily Cove eventually. So we'll see if we can get there in this episode. We still have a lot of Route 20 to get through. It might even change over to Route 21. I'm not sure exactly, but we're going to figure all that out. Anyway, as we're getting started today, just a friendly little reminder in case you guys haven't done so already and you would like to show your support to the channel and the series and all that fun stuff, you can do so by clicking that thumbs up button right below this video. That does help out a lot, and so do your comments. So feel free to leave your thoughts down below with whatever suggestions or tips you may have, or you can just stop by to say hi, of course, because I can always appreciate that, right? Who doesn't like a good greeting? Friendly greeting. So we have Cacturn here, level 34. And I think we might be able to one-shot with that with a low sweep. So let's see. We actually outspeed something. I know it's a Cacturn, but still. And that is a one-shot. Cacturn going down. Spall's going to get all the experience for that. Actually, no, he's not, because we have the experience share on. But either way, he's going to grow up to level 38. And Arc is going to grow up to level 38 as well. And that does it for Street Thug Gomez. That's a perfect name for a Street Thug, Gomez. It sounds like gangish. And usually it's a last name, so he's just going by his last name. Or that's just, he just has one name. He's like Madonna. He's just Gomez. Just Gomez. That's pretty ominous, actually. Alright, so we only have Mike here that's at level 37, so we might as well put him at the front. We could use him to get some experience. Pretty sure this is where you get Registeel eventually. And looks like there's going to be some trainer battles here, so we might as well fight all these people. Why not? And there's some berries up there too. So that's always fun. I've been getting a lot of berries lately. So we have Delinquent Charlene with a Sharpedo, and that is not very good for us, because any water type attack is really just going to make Camerupt just cry. Poor Mike doesn't like crying. So what we want to do is switch out anything that's not that. I guess we will switch out Abby. Abby can take water type attacks. I don't think this thing's just going to have Ice Fang. Unless it gets it via level up, does it? This early? I hope not. I really hope not, because it should outspeed too, which is kind of scary. But we have Dazzling Gleam, so we can fire that off. And we outspeed Sharpedo. Now that's interesting to me, and Sharpedo is so frail that it's just going to go down in one hit. Abby pulling out all the stops here. Abby, I think her power is just a little bit underrated. We don't give her enough credit. I know she only has 75 special attack, but she really puts the hurt on sometimes. It kind of surprises me. So that does it for Charlene, and we can continue on up here to see what we have going on. What is this? A revive! That's always fun. Always fun. I guess we'll talk to you first, and then we'll go with that Ruin Maniac guy over there. And pick up those berries, too. So we have Ninja Boy Kago. He's going to start off with a Ninjask. He has 2 Pokemon. And that actually is a good matchup for dear old Mike here. And we can go for a Lava Plume or a Rock Tomb, either or. I'm just going to go for the Lava Plume. Mind Reader. I never understood why exactly Ninjask got that. I mean, it makes sense for Ninjask to get it, but it can't use it in conjunction with anything. It's not like it gets a one-hit KO move or really anything. I don't know what you could use it with. I really don't. So Mike's going to grow up to level 38. Coughing is next. And I guess we will switch in Arc for this. I mean, I guess Mike could take it on too, because one Lava Plume would probably send it packing. But we can bring Arc out here since he takes a little bit longer to grow levels anyway. We'll just fire off a Psychic. That's going to be overkill if there ever was such a thing as overkill. That's what's happening right now. So this Coughing goes down to a Psychic, and Arc gets a whopping 436 experience points, which isn't much, but apparently it's enough to grow Lanoon a level. Huh. Linoon kind of fell behind because I wasn't using experience share for a while, which is fine. Let's see what we have here. Nanab berries. If it's the same as what was at the lower level, we have Nanab on the left, raspberry in the middle, and then Pecha berries on the right. Six raspberries. Are you kidding me? That's kind of a score. And we do have 6 Pecha berries here too. I have so many Pecha berries, it's just not even funny. Unless, of course, you find large numbers of Pecha berries funny, in which case it's very funny. Who might you be? Are you perhaps searching for ancient ruins that are rumored to possibly exist according to legend? That's not exactly what I was doing. I was just picking berries. Seeing if any of you guys wanted to battle, and it turns out that you do. Because you have a ball toy. And Mike should be able to handle this, I would think. Now, strangely enough, I think Baltoy has levitate, which is so weird to me. I mean, I guess you can see how it's levitating, kind of. But isn't he supposed to be like a top-ish type of thing? Just doesn't make sense. We get outsped by a Baltoy, he's going to set up a cosmic power. That is unacceptable. We need to get the burn right now. We need to get the burn. No burn, but it looks like we're still going to be able to get a 2-hit KO here. Never mind! Of course you would have the self-destruct. I don't think that's going to kill. That doesn't do very much damage at all, in fact. But just the premise, you using self-destruct, irks me a little bit. Alright, so Lava Plume obviously has no target. Nose Pass is coming out. And does it matter who we send out here? Not really. I guess we'll send out Spall for this one. Low Sweep should do a nice solid chunk. We're not going to take it out in one hit anyway because it does have Sturdy, most likely. So that is a thing. Or I guess it could have Magnet Pull. But I would think that it would have Sturdy. I'll go for the Low Sweep. And Nose Pass just has a really high physical defense stat. So yeah, that's not quite a one-shot. Even if it was going to bring it down to Sturdy. Well, okay then. Rock Blast. And that's 3 hits. Only 3 hits. Fine by me. And we'll go for a Power-Up Punch to finish things off. And down goes the Nose Pass. So we really didn't take that much damage. And that's not too bad at all. I'll take that. I would definitely take that. That does it for Ruin Maniac Chip. And that's pretty much all that we had to do over here, really. But when we come back here later on to get Registeel, we won't have to worry about clearing out all these trainers. We can just do whatever we want, basically. I believe I have a Repel active. Yeah, I did. We'll activate another one because I feel like we're going to be going into more grass. Apparently, I was wrong. Wait a minute. Did I see what's over here already? No? I feel like we've been down here. Yeah, I was down here already. Okay, we need to go this way. And I'm just completely wasting this Repel. I already battled you. So we need to battle you then. How's your physical fitness? If you're not fit, you can have a rough time in critical situations. So naturally, that means that we have to battle this Ranger. Pokemon Ranger Jenna, who has 2 Pokemon. She's going to start off with a Lombre. Grass Water type. Gotta remember that. Which means we don't want to stay in on this thing. Because everything seems to outspeed Mike. And we don't want to take a water type attack because that will be a one-shot. So our best option would probably be to go out into Eric here because, you know, we resist your stab. So that's that. And I think if you have nature power, it might be Energy Ball here. I don't know. Either way, Water Sport is a thing, so fire type attacks are going to be weakened, which actually wasn't a bad thing to go for with Camerupt out on the field. Either way, I will go for a Leaf Blade because I believe Lombre's special defense is a bit higher than its physical defense. I would think, because in Ludicolo's case, that is definitely what's going on. He has like what, base 100 special defense? I think Ludicolo does. I don't know, something in that range. Anyway, Leaf Blade is enough to take out the Lombre in 1 hit, and we have Grumpig coming out next. I don't know if that's a good matchup for Eric exactly. Not that I really have anything that is a good matchup for it. I don't think I have anything that can take it out in 1 hit. It's pretty darn bulky. Well, Spall is definitely not an option. I guess we'll go into Mike, because we're just going to. We're not going to go for a Lava Plume, obviously, because it can have thick fat. It could also have own tempo, but I don't want to risk it having thick fat. So we probably want to go for a Magnitude to hit it on its weaker physically defensive side. Here comes a Zen Headbutt, because Grumpig outspeeds us. That doesn't do too much, we don't flinch, and we get Magnitude 7, which is a respectable amount of damage. And that does well over half, and Earth Power should finish it off from there, I would think. Another Zen Headbutt. We need to not flinch. Mike, don't flinch. Darn it. Why did I jinx it? I think we can take one more. And he opts to go for the Teeter Dance. Of course. Of course, the confusion move. Why would I not be surprised? And he does have own tempo. We break through the confusion on the first turn, though, because Mike is amazing. And we get the Earth Power off. Down goes the Grumpig. And would you look at that? That's just awesome. I don't know what else to say. It's just freaking awesome. Hate confusion moves so much. I really, really do. With a passion, a white hot passion. Alright, so we've arrived on Route 121 now. So we've officially changed routes. And the sign will even tell us as much. So we have a... I guess, is it a ghost type user coming up? It looked like a ghost type user, or what's psychic? Hex Maniac. Let's talk to you. There are powers beyond our understanding in the world. Okay. Yeah, okay. Hex Maniac Tammy. Duskull. We're going to be seeing more of these Hex Maniacs, I would think, because we're getting closer to Mount Pyre / Pyre. Level 33, I will go for a Psychic since that is our most powerful move. It is Stab, all that good stuff. A Duskull can be pretty bulky, but it's not going to take a Psychic. No way, no how. And Spall has grown up to level 39 already. That was pretty fast. Sableye, we can stay in on Sableye because Sableye actually has a weakness now in 6th gen. We can go for the Draining Kiss, and that probably will be a one-shot, I would imagine. Yeah, Sableye is nowhere near bulky enough to take that. And down it goes. So, 2 turns and this battle is over. 2 turns, 2 deaths. Eric is trying to learn Detect as he grows up to level 39. I'm not going to teach that to him. I like what we have going on right now. And Tammy has been defeated. Yes. So we can move on and see what else we have going on up here. Who are you? These right here are the fields for this route. It's so handy to be able to fly to get here. Oh, but dear me, I bet you can't use fly yet to get here, can you? Keep going all the way to Lily Cove if you want to be able to fly straight back here in the future. Once you can, it's really convenient. Oh, so we can like fly to routes? I think we need to be able to fly on Latios, or I guess it would be Latios to be able to do that. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making things up. I haven't actually attempted to fly to a route yet. Maybe I should have. But I'm just kind of going with the flow. You know, it's whatever. Let's see what's down here. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Can we go over there? No, we cannot. I will use another Repel. I like having them active. I don't like running into wild Pokemon. This person is going to battle us. I can feel it coming on. And I think I just want to stick with Arc. That's what we're going to go with. And I feel like we need to turn off the experience share again already. So we've already we're almost up to level 40 with everyone. I feel like that's just a little bit too much. I really do. So we're not gonna mess around with that right now. Stop! Have a good look at my precious Pokemon! Not like I really had a choice. Just attacking me out of nowhere. Even though I talked to you, Beauty Jessica has a Kecleon. Alright. Alright. Now, we may not be able to one-shot this just because Kecleon has good natural special bulk. But I will go for a Psychic either way. It should do a solid chunk. And yeah, that does about 75%. Slash is coming our way. No normal type stab, so that's not going to do as much. But of course, there's still a critical hit happening. And there's been a lot of critical hits happening lately. We'll go for the Draining Kiss. That's going to finish off the Kecleon and get us a good amount of HP back. Not quite up to our maximum, but pretty close. Arc is going to grow up to level 39. I almost said 59 for some reason. That would be definitely over-leveled. Viper is next, and we will keep Arc out for that, because Psychic should be able to take care of it. I mean, Viper is pretty darn frail. It just is. And yeah, you're just gonna go down. Goodbye, Viper. I actually really like Viper's design. For whatever reason, it's just a Pokemon that I've always kind of gravitated towards. It's not the best competitively, but I still try to use it. I like it. I don't know. It's just what it is. Oh, hello, Team Magma. Long time no see. Alright, we are leaving for Mount Pyre. I still don't know what the correct pronunciation of that is. We are going to obtain that orb before Team Aqua does. They are in a rush. That is for sure. This leads us to the Safari Zone, which I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I guess we'll use Cut. We should probably go to Lily Cove. That way we can fly there and, you know, just be happy and such. A Zinc! Ooh, fancy. Lily Cove does not have a gym, if I am not mistaken. I think Moss Deep is the next gym, and then Sutopolis. Hello, Hexmaniac. Ahead looms Mount Pyre. It is a natural monument to the spirits of departed Pokemon. Oh, hello, who are you? I'm a wandering Pokemon Center employee. What? What in the world is that? What is a wandering Pokemon Center employee? Okay, I guess we're just gonna keep heading this way then. I was gonna go to Lily Cove, but since we can just get ourselves healed up, I'm not even gonna worry about it. We'll just continue pressing forward. What is this? So much is happening. Okay, that's just a freaking sign. Fine. I thought you were gonna be more than that. I really did. What else do we have? Anything in the water? Chillin'? We're going to be doing a lot of surfing coming up. We're getting to that part of the game where it's just going to be surfing all the time. Lots of open water. And, yes, I would like to use another, please. I don't know what's over here. But I think we should be going to Mount Pyre first. Pyre, whatever. Whatever it is! Let's get in there. Here we are. Very exciting. This is the final resting place of my Zigzagoon. Oh, how I cherished it. Why does your Zigzagoon perish? I don't get it. It shouldn't be perishing before it evolves. It evolves at level like 20 or something. Did you come to pay your respects to the spirits of departed Pokemon? You must care a lot. Yes, I do. Thank you. Thank you for noticing how much I care. Oh, you're just going to battle me right here on the ground level? That is absurd. That is completely absurd, Psychic William. That's unacceptable, is what it is. He's going to send out a Staryu. Now, I think that is a Pokemon we have not seen yet, but we should be able to one-shot it, which is always good, because we can go for a Magical Leaf. The levels are kind of increasing. Maybe I wasn't in the wrong by having the experience share on, but oh well, we'll leave it off for a little while longer. Why not? It's not that big of a deal. Grumpig. What did I use last time? Mike? I don't know if that was the best idea, because we got outsped by it. I don't like getting outsped by things, but Mike gets outsped by everything, so you know what? We're just going to have to deal with it. We'll send Mike out, and we might need him later, actually, if we're going to have to fight Team Magma Grunts here. We might need it. I don't know. This thing's at level 35, so we have a 3-level advantage. I will go for the Magnitude. Rest with your HP being full. We get the Magnitude 8 for an 80 base power. That should do a decent amount. Wow, yeah, that brings it down into the red zone. We can go for a Lava Plume to take it out. And, okay, now you go for the rest. I see what game you're playing at. Don't tell me you have a Chesto Berry, because that would be ridiculous. Don't do it. Okay, you do not have a Chesto Berry. We'll see how much this Lava Plume does. You might have thick fat. I don't like that at all. I'll go for the Rock Tomb to lower your speed, because I don't like you being faster than me. Just not something that I'm a fan of. Kind of thinking that it was going to miss there. That would have been very saddening. But there goes the speed falling down, and a Magnitude should finish this off. Unless we got Magnitude 4, but we get 7, so that should take it out. And, yep, Grumpig goes down. I think he has one more Pokemon. No, he had the Staryu. That was his second Pokemon. Never mind. I am just making things up as we go along here. Mike is trying to learn Yawn. I'm not going to teach that to him. I think he is doing just fine with the moveset that he has going now. And yes, he's drowning in self-pity, Well, guess what? I don't feel any pity for you. You're attacking me in a graveyard of all things. Sheesh. What do you have to say? Every time I think of the Pokemon I lost, I wish it had lived forever. But I also think it would be tragic to become immortal without wishing for it. Yes. Okay, so you're going to battle us too, but you were guarding the stairs, so that kind of makes sense at least. She has one Pokemon. Her name is Valerie, and she has a Sableye. We have Gardevoir, right? Yeah, Arc is starting things off, so we are fine. Sableye is slow, and we can just go for the Draining Kiss, and that should be a one-shot. This thing's at level 36. So the levels have jumped a little bit, and I guess I wasn't wrong in having the experience share on. I guess. I don't know, maybe I was. Maybe it's just an evil thing that I did. Who knows? We will never know the answer to these questions. Who are you? All sorts of things wander the slopes of Mount Pyre. There is no telling what may happen. Take this. And we're going to get the Cleanse tag, which decreases the chances of wild Pokemon appearing. But we have Max Repels, which also helps us do that. I think I have a couple of Super Repels left, too. What in the world is that? Is that just like a Shuppet or a Duskull or something? I have... Yeah, it's a Shuppet. And it just goes in different places. That's weird. Okay, we'll scare it off. I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. What do you have to say? It's natural for people and Pokemon to be buried in graves once they die, but I heard that's not the usual way in some places in the world. Who are you? No, you're not the one. Ah. Wait, is this... Is that not what the elevator, the creepy elevator girl said? She's back, the ghost girl! She's here! Just chilling. Why does she keep saying you're not the one? I want to know what like this is leading to. This eventually has to be like resolved somehow. Like there has to be some more info. Like is this an event for, I don't know, like Darkrai or something? I'm curious. Who are you? Hey, are you searching for Pokemon? You came along after me. How rude. I didn't know we were getting in line to figure out what's going on. Mark is going to start off with his Lairon, and I don't think we can really touch that outside of Magical Leaf. I know you have pitiful special defense, but I don't want to get smacked with an Iron Tail. Really not interested in that so much. We could go into Abby here. Because Abby could probably take you out with 2 Incinerates, I would think. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, Linoon has an item too. But Mike is probably our best bet because he resists the Iron Tail, but he doesn't resist any Rock-type moves. That's the thing. I don't have anything that resists both those stabs. Okay, you know what? We're going to go into Spall. I've made up my mind. It took a little bit too long, but I did make up my mind. So out comes Spall here. And we have the Metal Sound, which is going to lower our special defense by 2 levels. Harshly fell. Not that that really matters to a Lairon. Why do you even care? Really, why? We'll go for a low sweep. It is 4 times super effective. It's not going to hang on with Sturdy. In fact, it's a critical hit. So, I mean, not that it would matter. Critical hit, it would still hang on with Sturdy, but it obviously had Rock Head. So, Spall putting in some work there. That's good. Are you going to battle us too? Did I talk to you already? I feel like I did. Yeah, okay, we're back at the entrance. So, then we have nothing else to do but to just head upstairs. Ooh, look, an item. Yes, a Super Repel. Fantastic. This guy, this black belt guy is probably going to battle us, I would guess. Talk to you. Yeah, I knew it. Teacher, please watch over my progress. So are people buried here too, I guess? It's not just for Pokemon, it's for everybody. He only has 1 Pokemon. It's going to be a Machoke. And we'll send out Arc. That is a fantastic matchup for us. We can just go for Psychic, and that'll be that. No way you're taking that. Even if you are at level 37, I'm sorry, but it's not happening. Machoke is just going to fall backwards. And we get a decent amount of experience from that. That was kind of a lot, actually. Not even bad. Not even bad. Let's talk to you guys. I make a habit of coming here after work at least once a day. I'm afraid of forgetting my Pokemon. Memories of my darling Skitty. My eyes flood just thinking about it. Yes, I'm sure. Poor Skitty. Why do all these like unevolved Pokemon just die? I don't get it. Are they all just sick? Or something else at work here that, not aware of. Yes, we'll use another Max Repel. Oh, you're gonna battle us, okay. When I told everyone that I can talk with Pokemon, they became concerned for me. Yes, that would be a thing. Fairy Tale Girl Mobo, and she has a Jigglypuff as her only Pokemon. So really, she is kind of a pushover here, unless this Jig is super powerful. It's only level 35, so I feel like a Psychic will just one-shot it. And yes, indeed it will, despite Jigglypuff's decent HP stats, not taking a Psychic from a Gardevoir. And we're going to see our first Pokemon grow up to level 40. And Arc is trying to learn Future Sight. I'm not going to teach that to you, even though it has a really high base power of 120, I think. Not worth it. I like getting through battles quickly, so Future Sight is not gonna cut it, really. In-game, at least. I guess I just heard a Duskull. And you have egg moves of some sort? Where are you? Where are you, Duskull? Can I talk to you? This used to be a desolate place. The ground had holes here and there, and I used to fall in. I don't know where this thing... I don't know where it is, but I think it had egg moves or something, or its hidden ability. And I'm just creeping around, trying not to scare ghosts, of all things. It's at level 40! What is this? Where are you? Where'd you go? So you have to, like, creep up on it quickly because it just disappears and reappears. Let's go a little faster. And, oh, I did run into it. Okay, I thought maybe that it had run away. Kind of curious as to why it's level 40. What wild Pokemon is at level 40? What kind of nonsense is that? That's my highest level Pokemon. What in the world? I'll go for a T-Wave. We're going to capture this thing just because I'm really curious what exactly it has. We won't find out until we get to the Pokemon Center in Lily Cove, but we might as well do this. Dark Pulse. Okay. Do you get that via level up, or is that just something that kind of happened here? We'll go for the Draining Kiss, and that does not even do half, interestingly enough. Paralyzed and unable to move. That kind of sucks. We'll go for the Magical Leaf, because it's not Stab. That shouldn't do too much. And yeah, no critical hit or anything. And Curse, it's going to kill itself. It's going to kill itself because it's a ghost type. Wow, if we could have just gotten through that turn, we would have been able to capture it. But no dice. So that is unfortunate. But I think Dark Pulse was its egg move. But still, level 40. That is not typical of the Pokemon in this area. I know that much. This is going to be a double battle, I would guess. So I don't want Arc out in the front anymore. She's kind of, he is starting to get a little bit ahead of everybody. So let's put Abby up there and Mike, because we can Magnitude and it'll be a nice time. Take this item away from Lanoon. Hyper Potion. He's been finding a lot of Hyper Potions lately. I like it. We've come to test our courage. My girlfriend will love me even more when she sees how cool I am. I'll show her how cool I am by knocking you out. That's not nice. That is not how you show off, by just knocking people out. That's called rude. Rude! So we have Delcatty and Manectric. So Magnitude is going to really do a number on this team, I should say. So I'll go for the Dragon Breath because it is Stab on the Delcatty, and we'll go for the Magnitude to hit everybody else, and hopefully we get a high roll. Because if we do, this battle will be over just that quickly. That does almost half. Manectric is going for the Bite on Mike. Watch him flinch. Watch him flinch. And the Attract on Abby, which doesn't affect her. Why would you do that? I don't understand. I don't get it. You should have went for the Attract on Mike. He would have fallen for it. Unfortunately, we get a very low Magnitude. Magnitude 5. But we can get rid of this Delcatty so it can't attract things. And then we'll go for Magnitude again. That should finish off the Manectric. Delcatty's going for Fake Out. What is wrong with this Delcatty? Moreover, what is wrong with the trainer using the Delcatty, using Fake Out turn 2? That is nonsense right there. Abby's going to grow up to level 40. And we'll see if she wants to learn anything. She does. She's trying to learn Dragon Pulse. and that is much better than Dragon Breath. Even though Dragon Breath has that handy chance to get the paralysis, I prefer the extra power, definitely. Abby could use the extra boost, in fact, because her special attack leaves a little bit to be desired. And Magnitude, of course, now we get Magnitude 10. This is just how this playthrough has been going. And we still get out of it relatively unscathed. We only had to take a bite. That's really not that bad. And yeah, so there we go. Down goes the Manectric, and it looks like nobody got knocked out, my friend. Sorry to tell you. I lost, but that's okay. As long as I'm here, this test of courage is no problem. Yes, you would say that. So there's nothing over here that we can do. I don't know why I even bothered to run over there. We already checked all that stuff. I'm going in super slow motion. Now, we are about 30 minutes into this episode, so I'm actually going to call it an episode here. I know it seems kind of awkward timing to just end right here, but we're not even close to being done exploring Mount Pyre here, so we have a lot more to do, so we'll have plenty to fill in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, though. If you did, please make sure you're leaving a like, rating, or a comment, because all that stuff does help out a lot, and I will see you all next time. But until then, game on!